Good morning to our esteemed dignitaries, Namaste to our proud parents present here, and Vanakkam to our very own juniors. I am Mrinalini, third year MBBS student at Chettinad, and I wholeheartedly welcome the aspiring new faces of the CHRI family on behalf of all seniors. Life is like the famous PUBG game we know. Like how these games are divided into multiple difficulty levels, our life too has different stages. Each level has its own difficulties, but crossing them is what makes us a veteran. Going by this, I would like to congratulate our junior friends who have successfully cleared their previous levels and stepped into this new world. Before we further advance into the day, I request you all to rise for the Tamil Vartha.
நீராறும் கடலொடுத்த நிலமடந்தை எழிலொழுகும் சீராரும் மதனமெனத் திகழ்வரத கண்டமெதில் தெக்கணமும் அதிச்சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் வணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறம்பியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
Please be seated. I am privileged to stand here and welcome my junior friends. I earnestly congratulate them all on selecting one of the best medical colleges in Tamil Nadu. It's a fact that we have a dynamic management, devoted professors, and motivating lecturers. We are taught in a beautiful environment with the best infrastructure. Owing to all of the above, our university, Chettinad Academy of Research and Education, CARE, has been awarded A grade by NAC, National Assessment and Accreditation Council, while AICTE, All India Council of Technical Education, has awarded CARE with the Clean and Smart Campus Award. Light signifies wisdom. Let us light the lamp to spread knowledge and dispel the darkness of ignorance. We will now have our lamp lighting ceremony by our esteemed dignitaries. May I request any three freshers to join on stage for the lamp lighting? Thank you all. Every experience in your life is being orchestrated to teach you something that we all need to know and to move forward. And this day will take you forward. Now I request our respected Dean, Chettinad Hospital and Research Institute, Dr. K. Pichai Shanmugam, to welcome the new batch of MBBS students of this year.
Good morning to one and all who have gathered here for the inaugural ceremony of the 2020-21 batch of undergraduate students. I would like to begin by extending a very warm welcome to all the dignitaries on the stage. It gives me immense pleasure in welcoming our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. T. Balasubramaniam, who is the pillar of support to our institute. Sir, it is with your guidance that this institute has grown at a rapid pace. We welcome you, sir. I am honored to welcome our chief guest, Professor Raji Madam, who has taken time out of her busy schedule to be with us and deliver his special address. Madam is a doyen of internal medicine. She is also the professor of internal medicine at Madras Medical College and our Honorable Vice Chancellor of Chettinad Academy of Research and Education. We are sure your words will kindle the sparkle of the minds of the students and put them on the path of success. We welcome you, Madam. I welcome our registrar, our dynamic lady, Mrs. Jayendra Saraswati Madam, who is always running from pillar to post for the development of this institute. Welcome you, Madam. I welcome Dr. Arun Kumar, our Vice Principal, and also the Professor of Pharmacology for this inaugural ceremony, who is having all the information in his fingertip for running the day-to-day activities of the students in this institute. I welcome you, sir. I welcome all the faculty members who has helped us in organizing this function in a very good way. We welcome all of you. On behalf of the management, I would like to welcome the proud parents who have placed their trust in this institute to save their children's future. இந்த கல்லூரியில் நிறைய மாணவர்கள் கிராமப்புறங்களிலிருந்தும் விவசாய குடும்பத்திலிருந்தும் படிக்க வந்துள்ளார்கள். அவர்களை மிக பெரும் நம்பிக்கையுடனும் கனவுகளுடனும் இக்கல்லூரியில் சேர்ந்திருக்கும் பெற்றோர்களையும் மனமுடன் இந்த நிறுவனத்தின் சார்பாக வரவேற்கிறேன். Finally, I would like to welcome the stars of this day, the 250 students. I would first like to congratulate you for all the success for securing admission in this wonderful institute. Today marks the first of many milestones you will come across in your life. Medicine is a field that demands a lot of hard work and sacrifice. College is the place where knowledge is gained. It is also the place where a number of lessons are learnt. Therefore, I would like to encourage you, all of you, to actively participate in all the activities and co-curricular activities during the period of study. Bring laurels to our institute and make your parents proud. I would like to conclude by thanking the management for providing me this wonderful opportunity to deliver this welcome address. Thanking you one and all.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful speech and for the warm welcome put forth to the juniors. I would like to request our dynamic and beloved Vice Principal, Dr. Arun Kumar, to share his views on having chosen CHRI as your educational destination.
Good morning, respected Vice Chancellor, Dr. T. Balasubramanian, Chief Guest of the event, our beloved Raji Madam, our Dean, Dr. Pichai Balashanmugam, an eminent urologist, Registrar, Mrs. Jayendra Saraswati, Dr. Priyadarshini, Head of the Department of Microbiology, and Heads of the First Year Department, Anatomy, Physiology and Biochemistry. We have Dr. Rajila, Dr. Sanjay, and Dr. Sumati, and other faculty members, and my dear students and proud parents. I think more than happy, we have a great relief that we could at least start the academics today. Because traditionally, if you see, we will have this inauguration in the month of August or September. But unfortunately, we all know pretty well that the reasons why it is delayed, the emergence of COVID-19 has actually pushed everything by 6 to 8 months, and we could complete the admissions only now. And in fact, we are fortunate that we could complete the admissions of 250 students well ahead of time. And we should be thankful to all the students and parents for choosing our institute ahead of other institutes. And we would like to assure you that you will be right in choosing our institute ahead of other institutes. And many congratulations for all the students and parents for placing faith in our faculty and in our management that we will make you wonderful doctors. I would like to share many things about your academics and non-academics and the rules, the regulations, the guidelines, how we will be conducting the classes, how we will be having the practical classes. All these things, though I want to share with you students and the parents, we thought we will have the sessions or the lectures by our chief guest and our vice chancellor, and we'll have more time with them. And once the inaugural program is over and the dignitaries leave the auditorium, I request all the students and parents to remain seated, and then we'll have about 30 to 45 minutes session wherein we can mutually discuss and we can engage you on how we'll be handling the academics for this particular batch. Okay, though it is inaugurated in 2021, please remember that it is a 2020 batch. We actually started with 150 students when we started our college in 2006. And later we increased our capacity, and government permitted us to increase our admission capacity from 150 to 250 based on our performance, based on the infrastructure, the experience of the doctors. The first batch we admitted in 2019, the 250 students. The second batch last year, but then we are doing it this year. With this remark, I think I need to thank our chief guest also for having accepted to be part of this inaugural program. It is not just for the students alone, it is even for us like faculty, our registrar, many of us in this campus. Madam is an inspiration. She is a terrific personality, great human being, an excellent academician, and I think we are very fortunate. And when we decided that we'll have a physical program for inauguration, we did not have a physical inauguration for many of our programs. Say we are running a law program, architecture, pharmacy, physiotherapy, allied health sciences. For many of these programs, we did not have a physical inauguration, but then we decided, we need to have a physical inauguration for this batch, and Madam was the first preference that we should meet Madam and we should get the greetings and wishes, not only for us, but also for the young students, because it's a great inspiration that to see Madam and to hear from what she is saying. I think it is a wonderful experience. So we are very thankful, Madam, for you have accepted to be part of this inaugural program. With this introduction, I think I do not want to take much of your time, and I wish all of you to have a wonderful future in this campus, and I really wish that you all will become successful doctors in 5.5 years. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your encouraging words. And here we are heading on to a virtual tour of our college.
Every day is a new day, watch the sunrise, the story of my life. Every step I take it with pride. Here to reach the sky.
Here's my one chance. I wanna make a change. I'm here to do it right. Here's my life's choice. I'm here to be great, growing through inside. Hold on to your heart and watch your mind inspires. They sing anything that comes your way. Hey, knowing we live on with purpose and desires. Lead us up in this way. Every day is a new day. The future shines bright. A calling in our lives. Every step we take it with pride. With purpose in us, right? Every day is a new day. Once the sunrise, the story of our lives. Story of our lives. Every step we take it with pride. Here to reach the sky. Here's our one chance. We wanna make a change. We're here to do it right. Here's our life's choice. We're here to be great, growing through inside. Hold on to your heart and watch your mind inspires. They say anything that comes your way. Hey, knowing we live on with purpose and desires. Lead us on in this way. They say anything that comes your way. Hey, knowing we live on with purpose and desires. Lead us on in this way.
A teacher affects eternity. We can never tell where his or her influence stops. I would like to introduce you all to the chief guest of this inaugural function. She is none other than Professor Dr. V. Raji, the first Vice Chancellor of Chettinad Academy of Research and Education. She is an able administrator, a great academician, highly skilled clinician with rich experience spanning over 4 decades. She is the former professor of medicine, Madras Medical College, a premier institute in India, and former dean of Madurai Medical College. Her teaching and oration skills are unparalleled. I request our guest of honor, Professor Dr. V. Raji, former Vice Chancellor, CARE, to address the gathering.
Good morning, Vanakkam, Namaste, respected Vice Chancellor of Chettinad Academy of Research and Education, Dean, Chettinad Hospital and Research Institute, Registrar of this university, heads of departments, professors, all the staff attached to this institution, students, those who are already part of this institution, and those who are entering the portals of this institution on this auspicious day, and the proud parents. On my personal behalf, though the formal welcome address is over, on my personal behalf, I welcome each one of you to this august campus and congratulate each one of you for having entered the portals of this university and medical college. It is a proud moment for all of you, I know. But I would like to just give you a little bit of warning. Pride in entering the institution is good. Pride in performing well is good. But then humility is a virtue which each one of the doctors must always carry with them. I want you to be humbled by your achievements and also to be very caring and compassionate doctors when you grow up. You will have to, at each point of time, understand all the sacrifices made by your parents and loved ones to see you enter the portals of this institution. The moment you walk out with qualifications, please don't forget the ladder which made you climb and reach the stage. This is very, very important in the present generation of youngsters. I'm not here to sermonize, but I'm just giving you a reminder of certain values that you need to inculcate as children who are growing up. You need to respect, because charity always begins at home. How you behave at home is how you will behave outside. And ours being a profession which has to deal with people day in and day out, you have to nurture the skills of being kind, empathetic, understanding, listening, because half the patients don't need any treatment. The disease, most of them are self-limiting. Quite a few of them are self-limiting. Just a patient hearing and a reassurance will do you a lot of good. I know a whole lot of patients who tell me, "Illa doctor, vandavangala paathutu poiten. Ipo inume seriya poidum." They only need that reassurance, because with these days of modernization and so much of investigations all over, people are worried that they will have to go through, and with the net, everything, the world is on the palm top. So they read all sorts of things and they come to you. But your reassurance and telling them, no, this is some simple malady, but you have to be wise there as well. Don't treat everything as a simple malady. You must know how much you can handle and how much you cannot, and when to shift the patient to somebody who is more capable than you to handle the case. Having entered medical college, I don't know how many of you, can you raise your hands, who have the passion for this profession and come here, or how many of you have come because of compulsions of parents or because of other compulsions? Let me know how many people are really passionate about this profession. Can you raise your hands, please? Right, quite a big number. I'm extremely proud. This passion should continue always. I can tell you I've had more than 45 years of experience in this profession. And even today, I'm very proud of being a doctor. Should I have another birth, I would prefer to go through all this. And maybe at your age, I may have made some mistakes. I might have had some temper tantrums. I should refine that and be a better human being. And therefore, each one of you, please take a vow that from this day onwards, you're going to be kind and nice to people. It does not mean that you should take everything lying down. Where you have to protest, where you have to say that this is right, this is wrong, I want you to stand up for righteousness at any point of time. But with the patients, compassion, have no difference between caste, creed, financial status, anything. In the eyes of a doctor, every patient is a human being and they are all equal. Those who pay for it may get an AC room, may get a fan. If you worked in government hospitals, once you finish, you will go to the outside world. You will see people in government hospitals. They will be lying on the floor. 2 people will be occupying a bed. But treatment should not vary based on class. This is a very, very, very important lesson. And once again, you don't need super intelligent heroes to do medicine. I repeatedly say, average intelligence will do. You must have average intelligence. You must have a whole lot of common sense. You must know when to act, when to stay, wait and see what's happening. You must know, and therefore only common sense will work. And of course, an untiring hard work. You must be game for that. It does not mean that you will have no private time. You will have enough time for yourself. You have to compartmentalize your activities. When you go home, Concentrate on studies. You may have your home affairs. You see, I have been a part-time mother, part-time daughter, part-time daughter-in-law, part-time professor, part-time clinician, everything. You need to compartmentalize. If you start mixing up one with the other, you become total chaos. And therefore, to succeed, you must know how to compartmentalize. Just because you are a medical profession, you cannot let down your family, you cannot let down your parents, you cannot let down your children. And therefore, you have to be a judicious mix of all the qualities. And I want you to inculcate these virtues right from day one. Academics is one thing. For all of you who have just entered this, you're all from school. You've never had college education earlier. You've been spoon-fed, told that you have to get so many marks. You must get for board exam so much. You must get for NEET so much. It is all rote type learning. That will not do in medical college. Yes, you need to memorize certain things because there is no beginning and end to the syllabus in medical college. Your teachers will guide you as to what to read. They will guide you. They will give you the minimum information required to pass the exam. But each of you must kindle your curiosity and start exploring more. Develop an interest. By the time you finish this 4.5, 5 years, you must know which area of this profession is appealing to you most and where you want to go further. Whether you want to go for community service, whether you want to just do a general practice, whether you want to specialize in certain areas, whether you want to do research, all those, the primary details have to be sorted out by the time you finish your MBBS degree. Because it's very nice to do an MBBS. I was also like you've gone through the phases. You are thrilled on cloud 9, and especially when you enter the first clinical year, when you wear the steth around your neck for the first time, you feel so proud as though you've reached the moon. However, I know how surgeons these days, the moment they finish house surgery or nearing completion, they are in doldrums. They don't know what to do. Whether to go for a duty doctor job in a nursing home, whether to start on their own, whether to study for NEET, go further, and therefore prepare the ground well in advance. If you want to go overseas to acquire knowledge and come back, the ground has to be prepared during the course itself. If you want to serve, yes, even then you will have to start building up relations among people in the area where you want to serve. Otherwise, people will not accept you for what you are. And therefore, it is not just education. We want all of you to do very well in life. Academics is one aspect. Academics is not the end of the world. And not all the successful doctors are academically brilliant. No, I won't say that the most successful doctors were academically brilliant. You will have to face ups and downs. Don't get frazzled. Everybody cannot be a topper. Take this from me, everybody cannot be a topper. You give your best and accept whatever the result is. Whatever goes up must come down, and whatever is down must go up. And therefore, don't get disturbed by any problems or any other small disappointments that occur during the course of your career. I know some brilliant students get into Madras Medical College. Only with merit they can get into Madras Medical College. By the time they come to clinical year, they are emotionally deprived, going for a depression. I've seen it. Madam, the competition is too tough. I am not able to produce what I was doing in school. You cannot, because everybody around you is so good. Doesn't matter, accept what you are. And it is with a lot of counseling and possibly a little medication for a short while, these people have done very well. I've had children who went into depression, become house surgeons in my unit, and were brilliant in their work. So don't get affected by setbacks in life. Setbacks occur for everybody. Ask anybody in this audience, ask your parents. Everybody suffers setbacks. And therefore, you must be able to take success and failures with equanimity. Just because you miss one exam, you need not go into depression. I don't want any of you to miss any exam. It does not mean I want you to miss exam. I want you to all excel academically. There are a lot of things which you need to learn by heart in medicine, especially in anatomy. They will tell you what are the structures passing through this, what are the structures passing through that. And human memory cannot have everything in your mind. What do you do then? Have mnemonics. We used to say VAN, structures passing through inguinal canal, vein, artery, nerve, medial to lateral. There's another one, I don't even remember what it signifies, but as students we used to say, Sister Lucy's powdered face often attracts medical students. I don't even know now for what structure, say, Priya is telling me here. I remember the mnemonics. So when you go to the exam and they ask you something, unless you have some easy way of learning, you will have to make these things up. Read, study individually. However, discuss with friends. When I was doing medicine and PG, we used to have what was called yesterday night fever. Everybody reads something or the other. So have a core group of friends. Each discuss what you have read the previous day. And then you will know, because each one reads different things. Everybody cannot read everything. So when you discuss among yourselves, you learn some points from your friends. If something has been wrong, you are corrected. And you bond with people as well. Because medical profession is not about individual performance. It is always a teamwork. The doctor, that senior doctor, junior doctors, nurses, theatre assistants, last grade servants, all have to work in unison for success. And therefore, there is no difference. You must learn to treat people with dignity. It's not difficult. Don't think your teachers will tell you. For you, from coming from school, college atmosphere is rather difficult. We all had college pre-university, then we had first year pre-professional in a medical college, then we were exposed to anatomy, physiology. You are not. So you will be seeing a different trend the way you are being treated now in medical school. What we teach in medical school is for you to take decisions. Because medical profession, you have to take decisions. We will not spoon feed you beyond a point. Directions will be given. How you go, what you do. But we will encourage you to think and take decisions. Because when a patient comes to you tomorrow, nobody else is going to come and solve the problem for you. It is all a problem-solving exercise. You will have to do it on your own. And therefore, please start learning. Read. If you get bored of reading, there are so many interesting things in medicine that you can read. Go into history of medicine. Go into find out how accidentally people found out, how Fleming found out about penicillin, how Benting and Best found out about insulin. These stories are very interesting, history of medicine. You don't need to go on reading your anatomy or physiology. Take a break. Read something which is unrelated. Come back. You will feel rejuvenated. Don't be bookworms. Maybe Arun Kumar will disagree with me. Have a healthy mind comes only in a healthy body. And therefore have time for exercise. Have time for all those activities which are so dear to you. If you are good in arts, crafts or anything, please find time for all those. And here is a university which is offering you the best of everything. There is room for improve your arts. There is room for you to improve on your sports. There is space for anything that you want to do. And the teachers here, I can vouchsafe. I know them all ever since I was here from 2009. They are all experts in the field. If this university, which was at its infancy in 2009, has grown to this status, it is because of the dedication and commitment of all the teachers and staff around. The management, yes, the managing director, trustee, the vice chancellors do their bit. But the hard work, the sweat, the toil comes from all the teachers who are there in the ground, face all the brunts. You see, people will criticize, make fun. In spite of it, they go about their task with single-minded attention. And therefore, when you study, focus. Don't get distracted. If you can have only 1 hour to read, focus that 1 hour and read. You cannot read for 4 hours at a stretch. Take a break. Half an hour only is your concentrating capacity. Read for half an hour. Go out. If you find it difficult for some people, write down. Whatever you've read, write down the gist. And when you compare, you will know how much you have left, how much you have understood. Try to understand, don't go with only guides. If your foundation is not strong, you cannot go to great heights in medicine. Foundation has to be very, very strong, just like for a multi-story building. And the foundation is laid by the basic sciences: anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, pharmacology, pathology, forensic sciences. All these give you a very strong foundation from which you can build. And this you can always apply to patients. And nowadays the curriculum is so suited that right from day one, you will be able to connect it with illnesses. Normal anatomy, normal physiology is what happens normally in your system. When that is altered, you will get disease. So unless you know how the system works, you will not know what will happen in disease. Unless you know what are the enzymes, what are the reactions that take place in your body, you will not know what will happen in metabolic disorders like diabetes. And therefore, you start linking and make it a habit. You are fortunate, they have the learning management system in this institute. Classes are uploaded early. The best is, I know it's difficult, but if you start practicing and internalizing it, it will be better. Go through the learning management system. Read about the class which the professor is going to take or your teacher is going to take on the next day. Your absorption or retaining capacity will be better. And whatever is taken in the class, next day, on the same evening, please do a revision. If you learn something, do a revision the same day, it stays stronger. If you go after a week, the whole thing will appear new. You wouldn't know whether you have been taught all this. And therefore, evolve a method of learning. Each one has their own way of learning. I don't need to. You will have to evolve a method of learning. Take like-minded people and go about, have interactions. Your teachers are available round the clock. Make yourselves veritable pests or nuisances. Unless you keep hounding them, there's no need for them to go out of the way to teach you or do anything. They can do their job and get lost. But the moment you keep hounding them, their interest in you will increase. They will teach you more. Holidays, we would go for clinics. OPD, when they give you till you get a case, just behind the assistant professor, what is he doing, what is this, what is that? For everything you will learn. The more time you spend in the campus, the more time you spend with the teachers, in the hospital, with the patients, the more you learn. We can only teach you certain amount. Most of it comes from experience. And at that point, you know, oh, we had this case earlier. This was how it was handled. Now, most of you may not be going to government service, may not be going to headquarters or other hospitals. For us, we were just dumped into headquarters hospital where we had to take care by our own selves. And half the instruments or equipment which a medical college has will not be there. I always keep saying government medical doctors are the best because we learn to work with bare hands. Without any, we have to use innovations. But it teaches you. The exposure it gives you teaches you. The longer you are with patients, the better. Therefore, I only appeal to you to be caring. You have to be competent. It's a lifelong learning. For heaven's sake, if any of you is not inclined to learn through your life, it is difficult in this profession. Concepts will keep changing. I keep reading even now. Because what was there? HIV was not there when I did medicine. It came later. COVID, I have to read. It was not there. Even after my retirement, it was not there. Ask your Vice Principal Arun Kumar also will know it was not there. So we have to keep learning, keep updating ourselves. Have a healthy interest in research. Government of India gives a lot. And if you want to do further, any research activity, any outreach activity which you do that is involving in all these camps or any other activity, NSS, any cultural activity, any of the national programs will always help you score better. And you will reach out and you will meet people from different parts of the country who will positively influence you to do better. You will not be a frog in the well. You have to know what is happening in the world around you. And I wish and pray that you use this opportunity which is provided in the institution. Given a chance, I was not born when this was here. If I am reborn again, I would like to study MBBS in Chettinad because the ambience is superb. There is so much of thought into each and everything in this institution. The management wants to give us what is available anywhere in the globe to a place around Chennai where the students from this country can benefit and scale great heights. Also remember, as I said, your commitment to your parents, your commitment to the nation to whom we are. That is what will give you. Why are Indian doctors everywhere sought after? They have very good training. We are all bestowed with a high level of intelligence, right? And the sincerity and commitment of Indian doctors, you will not see anywhere else. That commitment is there in all of us. And therefore, I would love to see all of you grow to great heights, not just as MBBS doctors, but even further your cause of education and service. Because at this moment, I must tell you, sometimes, we like to see our students do better than us. Our registrar knows, she was asking me to call one of my students who is a Padma Shri awardee for the convocation. Unfortunately, he couldn't come. He has not changed a bit. Dr. Ravi Kannan, who is an oncologist in Assam, is doing work service in such a remote area, giving cancer treatment somewhere in Silchar after having graduated from Kilpauk Medical College and Maulana Azad Medical College when I was there. He keeps saying, Madam, I still remember all that you told us. I would like to come at least to see you. You see, that is the proud moment for teachers. We are like your parents, your mentors. And therefore, whenever you people do well, we take pride in that. And you are the ones who are going to take the flag of this university to greater heights. It is not the teachers, it is not the vice chancellor, it is not the administrative staff. It is each one of you. Your performance, how you grow up in life is what will reflect on this institution, right? And I pray and I wish you all the very best, all success in your careers. Do well and make us all proud. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Madam, for the awe-inspiring speech, and I'm sure that all of us will imbibe and practice the same. I now request our Honorable Vice Chancellor and Dean to kindly felicitate our Chief Guest. Thank you, sir. On this memorable day, we have yet another special event. ICMR, Indian Council of Medical Research, has awarded certificates to the students who have successfully completed their short-term studentship STS research projects for the year 2018. We wish to honor them by distributing their certificates. We request our Chief Guest, Vice Chancellor, and Dean to kindly distribute their certificates. Ms. Aparna Abhirami Ratnam, guided by Dr. Kadir Subramanian. Ms. Anu Varshini Vaidyanathan, guided by Dr. P. Sujita. Ms. G. N. Amrita, guided by Dr. N. Meenakshi. Ms. Aparna Abhirami Ratnam, guided by Dr. Kadir Subramanian. Ms. Anu Varshini Vaidyanathan, guided by Dr. P. Sujita. Miss R. Gurupriya, guided by Dr. Madangi Chandrasekhar. Miss Shruti Rajiv, guided by Dr. Chidambaram. Miss Sarmita Paul, guided by Dr. Vijayshri Raghavan. Mr. Kumaran, guided by Dr. Aruna Shanmuganathan. Miss Jayashri Hariharan, guided by Dr. Preeti Venkatesan. Miss Lakshmi Priya K, guided by Dr. Arun Kumar R. Miss Ravina Vasakam M, guided by Dr. Priyadarshini Shanmugam. Miss Meghna Sundar, guided by Dr. Balakumaran. Miss Selvam Yogapreeti, guided by Dr. Lata. Thank you all. I sincerely hope that this will inspire the freshers also to actively participate in research. You have stepped into this college with fresh thoughts, noble aims, tall expectations, and aspirations. We assure you that your ambitions will be accomplished by the successful guidance of our beloved faculty. Now, I request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, CARE, Professor Dr. T. Balasubramanian, to address the gathering.
Distinguished chief guests of this wonderful inaugural day function of these freshers, the former Vice Chancellor, a great academician and great administrator, and in fact, in many of the medical colleges, many of the serving deans, they used to say they are the student of our chief guest, Dr. Raji ma'am. That is their credibility, which she passed for last 40 years, 4 decades, more than 4 decades. And my dear Dean, other faculty members, registrar, parents, and freshers, good morning to every one of you. It gives me a very great pleasure to be with you all in this morning on this very prestigious auditorium. Last week we had 3 days before we had the convocation in the same auditorium. And now we have this wonderful inauguration of the Freshers 2021. Although it is got delayed as our vice principal said, but it has a lot of synchronization. The parents and students would be very glad to see that this is the hall where they could be able to get the degree. And today, the parents would have seen the entire campus. And at this juncture, as our chief guest spoke, and our vice principal as well as the compere has mentioned about the credentials of this university, the first and foremost credential I would say, we all should vote to our management, our trustee, who made this institution brick after brick of his own dreams and passion. Our chief guest mentioned about the freshers should have passion for subject, and that kind of passion that is won by our management trustee, Sri M.A.M.R. Muthaiya sir, and who is really behind all the developments, and he is still involving, and he wanted to bring in as much facilities as well as the expertise for this campus. So at this juncture, we all should give a big hand to our management trustee for developing this wonderful institution in this campus. And we all, our chief guests as well as myself, we had a long association with this university. And our dream is that this institution should grow further and further, and we should get world class. Now, this university is one among top 100 universities in the country, and which is a rare distinction for a young university. We are a young university by about 12 years, but we could be able to be within these 100 institutions in the country. But that is not adequate. We need to do much more. We need to work more. And it all depends on the dedicated faculty as well as the young minds. Just now we witness about more than a dozen young graduates, they could be able to secure the ICMR Students Research Fellowships. And they could be able to successfully complete. And it is based on a national level examinations, national level competitive proposals prepared by the students in consultation with the guide, and they won the thing. And now they completed it. Our chief guest has mentioned about the need for how best you should learn everything in terms of the subjects. But the over and above now, the research is being given more weightage also, because the clinicians need to do more research and they need to publish more to disseminate the knowledge all over. And this is a simple beginning, what you have seen today. The freshers, really it will be a great eye-opener to involve themselves not only in knowing the subjects as well as the research also. Our chief guest has mentioned about the overall development of you. That is why the syllabi in the last 2 years we call competency-based curriculum for medical education. And that we have already incorporated in our syllabi, which includes not only the regular subjects as well as the overall development of the medical graduates. When you come out of this, you should be more passionate, and you should be more with more nobility, more dedication, and you should have the capability to serve anywhere in the situations, whether it is a rural village or urban town or in the borders, wherever it is, you should be able to serve rather. And that kind of training is going to be given for every one of you in this campus. Not only the subjects, the sports, the music, culturals, everything can be learned in this campus. That is the wonder of this campus. The another important thing I would like to share with you all, the green campus and smart campus, very rare in India, I would say. Very few. And because I have seen many universities in the country, in our country, but very rare to see this kind of green campus and smart campus with all facilities, securities, good food, because the food is most important. Our chief guest also mentioned about the food. You know, you are studying in Chettinad Academy. Chettinad is known for its own Chettinad cushion. So you get a good food in the hostels. And hostel rooms are excellent, I would say. And you have all facilities. You have gym, you have swimming pool, you have all the sports activities you can take it up. We have football ground, basketball, we have synthetic court. It's not available in the city also. Many of the colleges don't have the synthetic court. We have. Plus, coming to the subjects, you have all the facilities. More than about 1,500 beds hospital with more than 16 theaters and enable laboratories. What else you need? Only thing, you need to dedicate yourself. I need not repeat because our chief guest has given all the ideas how you can groom yourself. Right from the day one, how you should take it up. She has given stepwise to become a full-fledged doctor. So I don't want to repeat again and again because I know the present young generation, they may not like to receive more advice because they learn on their own. Because they have variety of approaches. The electronic gadgets are very much available. And we also provide excellent the Wi-Fi facility in this campus. The campus-wide Wi-Fi is available only in this campus with high speed broadband. So that is another advantageous thing. So the parents, you have chosen your right institution. The students, they have done the good job. And now you have chosen the institution. Now you have to prove yourself that you are the best physicians and clinicians in the country and in the world. Because it's a beginning, but you can go a long way because as our chief guest said, it is the lifetime learning rather. And wherever you go, the alumnus network of Chettinad campus definitely would help you to give our best. And equally, we also hope that your contributions for the growth of the institution is also highly expected after you complete the program rather. So my dear young boys, it is a rare opportunity and a good opportunity for every one of you. Please make use of this and come out and complete the program in a successful way and go out in the flying colors. With this, I thank the parents for joining on this important inaugural day function. I also thank the students and faculty, the organizers especially, the dean, vice principal, and all the other faculty members. The core faculties are very much here. Probably they will expose you the anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, microbiology. They are here and they all will give you the best for the development of the youngsters. With this, I take this opportunity to thank the chief guests once again on behalf of the management as well as on my own behalf for making it possible for the day, and her flow of directions, please follow it up. You will fly like anything rather. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening speech. Now, moving on to know more about our institution. A teacher is a compass that activates the magnets of curiosity, knowledge, and wisdom in the pupils. I now call upon my friend Jeevareka of third year MBBS to talk about the teacher-student bonding at CHRI.
Good morning to one and all present here. First of all, I would like to thank the management and Vice Principal Sir for giving me the opportunity to talk. Thank you so much, sir. Seeing you all, it takes me back to 2017, almost like three and a half years back when we were sitting and watching our seniors talk about the college, the academics, the course, and in that way, it really feels nice to be standing here and addressing you all, both the juniors and the parents. A very warm welcome to all of you. About the teacher-student bond in Chettinad, I personally believe that the bond you create with your teachers at this point of your life plays an essential role in your growth and personality development, both in your career as well as in your life. Because no matter how much you were close with your school teachers, you've anyways passed with flying colors and boards and neat, but now you're gonna be in a completely different atmosphere. You cannot still expect that spoon feeding, but only if you show your personal interest, teachers can actually understand and help you. But they make you study through these mentorship programs. That's another thing. But it's your responsibility to, create a good bond with them, because it's you who's gonna get benefited at the end. And be regular, be attentive in all your classes. Make the best use of the Chettinad Learning Management System. It's a very good concept. Ma'am has already mentioned, where like all your theory topics will be uploaded and you can refer. And make good handwritten notes. Trust me, it'll really help you when you prepare for your exams. And you can even refer books from the library in addition to the books that you'll follow. And your practicals will actually be well explained and demonstrated. The most interesting is the anatomy dissection hall, where like you'll get to see the cadavers and it will be very interesting. And your postings will actually give you the feeling of already being a doctor, because you'll wear that stet on your neck and walk into the hospital and interact with patients and see more different cases. So be attentive and regular. And if you have any doubts, please feel free to ask your teachers. All of them are very open to all your doubts and questions, and they're very friendly, very caring. Only when you interact with them, you'll understand the subject even better. And to make you feel even more comfortable, there's this mentorship program which I mentioned earlier. It's like a group of you will be assigned under a teacher, and so that if you have any doubts, or if you want any topics to be covered again, or like if you didn't understand any topics and all, then you can ask your mentors. And another good thing about mentorship is that if you find any difficulty in learning or understanding, then you can talk to your mentors about that. They'll like guide you, they'll tell you how to approach it, and they'll give you frequent assignments and tests, so that it will help them to assess how much you've studied and how much you've understood and where you lack and how you have to improve. So meet your mentors frequently and discuss with them. And other than academics, if you're a person who's very much interested in research and all, then you're in the right place. Your teachers will guide you throughout your research activities, and they play a very vital role. And you can, your researches, your works will be recognized by the ICMR. You must have seen some of them receiving certificates for their work. And coming to extracurricular activities like essay writings, poster makings, and debates and quiz competitions, it will be like it will be organized by each department, like on special days like World AIDS Day or National Youth Day. I think recently the National Youth Day was organized by the ANAT department, first year. So if you're a sports person, then you have a physical director here who will train you and who will take you to various inter-college matches. And we even have inter-batch matches, like you'll get to play with your seniors and it'll be very fun. So you'll have like vast number of opportunities grab them to exhibit your talents, and always be grateful to all your teachers. They're your pillar, they're your support, and they're everything. And how many of you are Talapati fans here? Almost everyone, I think. And even if you're not a Talapati fan, I'm sure all of you must have heard that Kutti Story song from the movie Master. Yes, adila two lines are there which is like very meaningful, and it says like hard workum venum, smart workum venum, self motivation adu needane, and that's very true because no matter how much your parents, your teachers, and your friends motivate you, it's you who has to motivate yourself. So never feel low, never stress much. Yes, it will be hard, but you slowly get adapted, and because you are here for a reason. And always be happy, wear that smile on your face, and think positively, because எதுவா இருந்தாலும் பாசிட்டிவாக ஹாப்பியாக லீட் பண்ணுங்க and approach பண்ணுங்க. And see, nobody is gonna help you, understand you, and motivate you better than you yourself. So self-motivation, dedication, hard work, punctuality, and respect is what will bring you success in any field. And always be grateful to all your teachers. And we seniors are always there to extend our helping hands. Finally, I would like to conclude by wishing all of you the very best. I'm sure you're going to have a wonderful learning experience here, and I'm sure you'll have a beautiful journey which you'll cherish all your life. All the best, and thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you for the important session that you've got us through. Sir William Osler said, "The good physician treats the disease, but the great physician treats the patient who has the disease." This implies that a great physician understands the patient and the context of that patient's illness. All of you are going to manage patients at the hospital, and many may have apprehensions about being able to tackle the challenges that this profession tosses at us. You don't have to be brilliant to be a doctor. Instead, you have to be hardworking with compassion, and that's what makes good doctors. Ragging does not break the ice. Instead, it breaks lives and careers, and we say no to ragging. I would like to call upon my friend Javed Nigal of 3rd year MBBS to tell us about the hopes and hypes of becoming a doctor and about our ragging-free campus.
A very good morning to one and all gathered here. Freshers, it's good to see you. I think it's very important for ever first years to appreciate the pros and cons of being a doctor. Considering that you all are here, I take it that you know the hypes and hopes of this profession. So let me tell you something that people usually don't talk about. This journey that you start today to become a doctor, it never really ends. Yes, you might graduate in 5.5 years, hopefully, but it doesn't end with a graduate degree. The field of medicine is probably the only field where you have to drag your books to your workplace. The process of learning never ceases until the day you decide to call it quits. This course is comparatively lengthy with difficulties in training. Unlike other courses, medicine don't provide us a quick start to our career. It takes years and years to get our life settled, and even we should make compromises in our personal life in the process of becoming a doctor. Repeated exposure to patients, in addition to long work hours without proper meals, make them prone to certain illnesses. Even in this pandemic, we doctors are the frontline workers. In addition to these hurdles, we are exposed to physical assault, verbal abuse, and threat. Other than that, in this long period and changing trends, new laws passed by the government day to day, which makes our future uncertain, which includes allowance to perform surgeries other than allopathy doctors, and changing the pattern of competitive exams at PG level, which makes us think what's next. But என்னதான் இவ்வளோ கஷ்டம் இருந்தாலும் இந்த மூவிஸில் சொல்கிற மாதிரி தேங்காய் வேணும்னா தென்னைமரம் ஏறி தான் ஆகணும். Even though the course have many hurdles, the moment when you wear your apron and stealth, that feel is worth it. So one of the main reason of choosing this profession is a gratification achieved on treating a human being. Relieving a patient of his pain and bringing back a patient from the brink of death gives immense satisfaction, and this cannot be matched by any other profession. Medicine is a noble profession. The moment a person comes to know that you are a doctor, a respect for the person is generated. I'm sure that you might have experienced this response from your neighbors, relatives, friends on joining this course. எல்லாரும் கேட்பாங்க, என்னப்பா என்ன படிக்கிறேன்னா டாக்டர் படிக்கிறேன், டாக்டர் அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கும். ஒரு ஃபேமிலி ஃபங்க்ஷன், மேரேஜ் இல்லை ஒரு கெட் டுகெதர்லாம் போனீங்கன்னா, டாக்டர் வந்துட்டார், உட்காருங்க டாக்டர், சாப்பிடுங்க டாக்டர், அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு டாக்டர்னு தான் அப்ரோச் பண்ணுவாங்க. அப்புறமேட்டு வந்து ஒப்பீனியன்லாம் கேட்க ஆரம்பிச்சிருவாங்க, என்ன பண்ணுறது, இப்படி பண்ணலாமா, என்ன பண்ணலாமா, இந்த டேப்லெட் பண்ணலாமா, அந்த மாதிரி மூமெண்ட்ஸ் டாக்டர்னு சொல்லும்போது நமக்கு வந்து இந்த ஸ்பைடர் படத்தில் எஜ்ஜே சூர்யா பண்ணுற மாதிரி டட்டேன் அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ஃபீல் இருக்கும். சீரியஸாக சொல்லணும்னா So then a doctor can be independent in his profession on his own. He doesn't have compulsion to work in a setup under someone and can have his own practice. இந்த ரக்கிட்ட சாங்கில் வர மாதிரி எனக்கு ராஜாவானா தான் வாழ்கிறேன், அந்த லிரிக் ஏற்ற மாதிரி எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு நம்ம மட்டும் தான் நான் இருப்போம்னு நினைக்கிறேன். அதே மாதிரி இந்த ஒரு செட்டப்பில் ரிட்டையர்மெண்ட் ஏஜும் கிடையாது. ஆக்சுவலி த மோர் சீனியர் அ டாக்டர் இஸ், த மோர் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் he is. All said and done, medicine remains the only profession that alleviates pain, heals and cures the mankind. We are the healers of mankind. The human race would have suffered due to epidemics and infections without doctors. என்னடா இது ரொம்ப நேரமாக இப்படி அப்படின்னு படிப்பை பற்றியே பேசிகிட்டு இருக்கான், என்ஜாய்லாம் ஒன்றும் பண்ண முடியாது போல் அப்படிலாம் நினைக்காதீங்க. என்ஜாய் பண்ணுறதுக்கும் எவ்வளவோ இருக்குது. இப்போ நம்ம காலேஜ்லேருந்து என்ஜாய் பண்ணுறதுக்கு என்ன இருக்குன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, இங்கேருந்து ஜஸ்ட் 4.5 கிலோமீட்டர்ஸில் எம்ஜிஎம் இருக்குது, அண்ட் ஒரு 10 கிலோமீட்டர்ஸில் விஜிபி இருக்குது, கோல் ஏபிஎஸ் இந்த மாதிரி பாபிக்யூ ரெஸ்டாரண்ட்ஸ் இருக்குது, 100+ ஹோட்டல்ஸ் இருக்குது, 50+ டாப் ரேட்டட் ரெஸ்டாரண்ட்ஸ் இருக்குது, ஏஜிஎஸ், ஐநாக்ஸ், மாயாஜால், மெரினா மால், விவரா மால், இந்த மாதிரி எவ்வளோ மால்ஸ் இருக்குது, எவ்வளவோ கேமிங் சென்டர்ஸ் இருக்குது, எவ்வளோ அட்வென்ச்சர் ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ் இருக்குது, பீச்சஸ், முட்டுக்காடு போட் ஹவுஸ், மகாபலிபுரம், இந்த மாதிரி நம்ம எக்ஸ்ப்ளோர் பண்ணுறதுக்கு எவ்வளவோ இது இருக்குது. அது மட்டும் இல்லாமல் நம்ம காலேஜிலேயே வருஷம் நடக்கக்கூடிய 10 days லாங் ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் கல்ச்சுரல் ஈவெண்ட், அதில் இருக்கிற மாதிரி ஒரு ஃபன் எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு கண்டிப்பாக எங்கேயும் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் பண்ண முடியாது. அவ்வளோ ஒரு ஜாலியாக இருக்கும். அந்த 10 days நம்ம பண்ணுற என்ஜாய்மெண்ட்டை அந்த ஏர் ஃபுல்லாக பேசிக்கிட்டே இருக்கலாம். அவ்வளோ மெமரிஸ் கொடுக்கும் அந்த 10 days. அது மட்டும் இல்லாமல் அந்த கல்ச்சுரல் ஈவெண்ட் அப்பெல்லாம் வர செலிபிரிட்டிஸ்லாம் பயங்கரமாக வருவாங்க. நான்லாம் கமலஹாசன் பார்த்தேன், ஜிவிஎம் பார்த்தேன், வேறு எவ்வளோ பேரை பார்த்தேன். அந்த மாதிரி நீங்களும் எவ்வளோ பேரை பார்க்கலாம். போக நம்ம காலேஜில் இன்னொரு ஸ்பெஷாலிட்டி என்னென்னா, மாதத்துக்கு 4 ஷூட்டிங் நடக்கும். ஸோ ஒவ்வொரு ஷூட்டிங்கை பார்த்து இன்னும் ஜாலியாக எக்ஸ்ப்ளோர் பண்ணலாம். லைக் பிகில் மூவி இங்கே தான் எடுத்தாங்க, ஸ்பைடர், எவ்வளவோ படம் சொல்லிகிட்டே போகலாம். ஷூட்டிங்காக போய்கிட்டே இருக்கும். ஸோ அதெல்லாம் இன்னுமே என்ஜாய்மெண்ட்டாக இருக்கும். பட் அன்ஃபார்ச்சுனேட்லி லாஸ்ட் இயர் இந்த பேண்டமிக்னால அந்த கல்ச்சுரல் ஈவெண்ட்டை நடத்த முடியாமல் போயிடுச்சு. எங்கள் பேட்ச் அதை நடத்த முடியல. பட் ஹோப்ஃபுல்லி திஸ் இயர் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் அதுக்கு பெர்மிஷன் தரும் நான் எதிர்பார்க்குறேன். ஓகே, தென் I would like to elaborate on Chettinad, a ragging-free campus. I am sure that many would have heard that ragging is done very severely in many medical colleges. For many parents and students present here, there may be a big doubt or confusion whether Chettinad is a ragging-free institute, right? Yes, Chettinad is absolutely a ragging-free campus. The Chettinad is very strict in preventing the students being ragged. Our college has taken many measures to prevent ragging. I guess that you all would be aware that uniform is compulsory in Chettinad. But to prevent ragging, our college gives a separate color-coded uniform to all the freshers. An anti-ragging committee is formed and a separate anti-ragging squad are formed in our college, in which staffs and students of various departments are actively involved in it to prevent ragging. Next, for hostelites, a separate block or floor is allotted to segregate the freshers from the seniors. A separate warden is also allotted to take care of the students. For day scholars, separate stands of seated are allotted in college bus for first years, in which they are separated from the seniors. Other than that, daily duty roster for faculty is prepared for a period of 3 months from day 1 of MBBS admission. And the faculty will ensure that there is no ragging in this campus and will send a daily report to the dean. In case ragging எதுவும் நடந்துச்சு அந்த மாதிரினா, immediate action will be taken and all corrective measures will be taken to ensure that the entire campus is ragging free. இந்த சினிமா மூவி போஸ்டர்ஸ்லாம் விட்டுவாங்க, இந்த தளபதி படம்லாம் வந்து ஃபேன்ஸ் எல்லாம் வந்து போஸ்டர்ஸ்லாம் விட்டுவாங்கல்ல, அவங்க கூட இவ்வளோ போஸ்டர்ஸ் விட்டுவாங்களான்னு தெரியல. பட் நம்ம காலேஜில் அதை விட அதிகமாக நோ ராகிங் போஸ்டர்ஸ் இருக்கும். நீங்கள் பார்த்துருப்பீங்க, இல்லை கண்டிப்பாக பார்ப்பீங்க, அந்த அளவுக்கு போஸ்டர்ஸ் இருக்கும். ஸோ இதுலேருந்தே தெரியணும் உங்களுக்கு ராகிங்லேருந்து செட்டிநாடு எவ்வளோ ஸ்ட்ரிக்ட் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. அது மட்டும் இல்லாமல் என்னடா இது செக்ரிகேட்டட் ஃப்ரம் சீனியர்னு சொல்லிக்கிட்டே இருக்கான், நம்ம சீனியர்ஸோட பேசவே முடியாது போல், இந்த இன்ட்ராக்டே பண்ண முடியாது போல், அப்படிலாம் நினைக்காதீங்க. டீச்சர்ஸ்க்கு அடுத்தபடியாக அவங்களுக்கு ஹெல்ப் பண்ண இருக்கிறது சீனியர்ஸ் மட்டும்தான் இருப்பாங்க. சீனியர்ஸ் மட்டும் தான் அவங்களுக்கு கிடைச்ச ஒரு ஹெல்ப் பண்ணுவாங்க. பட் ஒரு சீனியர் உங்களை கூப்பிட்டு உங்கள் பேர் என்ன பண்ணுறீங்க இந்த மாதிரிலாம் எதுவும் கேட்டால் அதை ராகிங்காக எடுத்துக்காதீங்க, அதை ஜஸ்ட் ஒரு இன்ட்ராக்ஷனாக எடுத்துக்கோங்க. ராகிங்க்கும் இன்ட்ராக்ஷனுக்கும் உண்டான வித்தியாசத்தை தெரிஞ்சுக்கோங்க. உங்கள் சீனியர்ஸ் கன்ஃபார்மாக ஹெல்ப் பண்ணுவாங்க. நான் உள்பட எல்லாருமே ஹெல்ப் பண்ணுவோம். இப்போ ஏற்கனவே பேசினவங்க பேச போகிறவங்க எல்லாரும் உள்பட உங்களுக்கு கண்டிப்பாக சீனியர்ஸ் ஹெல்ப் பண்ணுவாங்க. ஸோ உங்களுக்கு சீனியர்ஸும் நல்லா இன்ட்ராக்ட் பண்ணி என்ஜாய் பண்ணுங்கள் வர இயர்ஸை. ஃபைனலி, learning is a continuous process, especially in medicine, and we have to keep ourselves updated to changing trends. Thank you all for patiently listening to Ms. Speech. Thanking you.
Thank you for the entertaining session. Now, let's get to know more about the campus life at Chettinad Hospital and Research Institute. Dress code, when adopted uniformly, covers up all differences and symbolizes togetherness. If there were no uniforms, there would probably be no armies. A hostel is a home that brings together multicultural travelers. I would like to call upon my friend Kamalakannan, third year MBBS, to tell us about our college code of conduct and the hostel life.
A very good morning to one and all present here. It's good to see you all in color dress, but it won't last long. You'll probably get your uniform by this week. Yes, you may think uniform is boring, but believe me, when days pass on, you'll know that uniform is better than your color dress. Especially girls, while getting ready to college, you don't need to worry about matching earrings, bangles, nail polish, etc., etc. This uniform not only identifies you as a student inside the campus, but also outside the campus. The whole locality surrounding Chettinad knows this uniform. Yes, you don't need a stethoscope, you don't need a white coat or a doctor symbol in your vehicle, but still you will be recognized as a medical student with this uniform. Freshers, you'll have a separate uniform to differentiate you from your seniors to prevent ragging. The most important thing in your dress code is your ID card. It's not only ID card, but also an access card. இந்த ஐடி கார்டு இல்லாமல் உங்களால் கிளாஸ் போக முடியாது, ஹாஸ்டல் போக முடியாது, லைப்ரரி போக முடியாது, ஏன் ரெஸ்ட் ரூம் கூட போக முடியாது. எஸ், யூ நீட் access to the restrooms in the hospital side. So never ever forget your ID card. Then your hostel. You can't find a safer place than Chettinad Hostel. To ensure your safety, you have to follow certain rules. You should be inside the hostel by 6 p.m. You should inform the warden while leaving the hostel. You will get used to it. In boys' hostel, you have a volleyball court, basketball court, turf-like cricket ground, shuttle stadium, table tennis, billiards, swimming pool, gym, etc., etc. In girls' hostel, you would not have much related to sports, but you have a parlor. I think that's enough. You will be in a separate block for the first 6 months to ensure that no ragging takes place. Always have a smile inside the campus because Chettinad is like a mini Big Boss. We have cameras everywhere, so have a smile. To sort out your late night hunger pangs, we are having a vending machine which will be available 24/7. We have a clean and hygienic laundry system. You'll get your dress washed and dried within 3 to 4 hours. Hostel provides you the best platform to establish a healthy relationship with your colleagues. Above all, you can wake up at 8:20 and still be able to reach the class by 8:30. No desk call gets this privilege. East or West, hostel life is the best. No place gives you these much memories. The takeaway message is, when you just follow the rules and regulations of Chettinad, then I assure you that your next 5.5 years is going to be fun-filled and full of memories. Keep calm and believe in Chettinad. Thank you.
Thank you for the fun-filled session. Life is a long journey with many zigzag paths in it, but we guarantee all of you that after completing your graduation from here, you're surely going to remember the value of the institute as a memorable milestone. Also, you will cherish the memories spent with your friends, faculty, your group assignments, your presentations, your bunks, events like today and whatnot. Dear juniors, you are now here as 3 years earlier we were. We, the seniors, are always ready to extend a helping hand to the juniors regarding studies. And of course, your hard work matters the most. Above all, the love and affection we get from our parents to pursue our dream. Last but not the least, I wish to conclude by affirming that care always cares for you, so no worries. Thank you is an important word that changes our lives every day. I request Dr. Nirupa, Professor Microbiology, CHRI, to propose the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon to all of you. It is my honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks on this memorable occasion of the inauguration of the new batch of MBBS students here at Chettinad Hospital and Research Institute. I would like to start by thanking God Almighty, only with whose grace and blessings we are able to see this day in spite of all the shortcomings and the COVID pandemic situation. Firstly, I wish to thank our trustee, Shri M.A.M.R. Muttaya, who is an entrepreneur, an active businessman, a generous social activist, and educationist who has successfully pursued the mission of establishing and supporting high-quality educational and healthcare institution in Tamil Nadu. I would also like to thank our Chancellor, Srimati Geeta Muttaya, who has played an integral role in the management of this institute through her personal involvement and dedication towards the betterment of the same. I thank our esteemed chief guest, our very own professor and former Vice Chancellor of Chettinad Academy of Research and Education, Professor Dr. V. Raji, an excellent academician in the true sense of the word, which you all would have realized by now, and one of the key persons in helping our institute achieve many milestones. Thank you, ma'am, for your valuable time and your words of wisdom, especially about being caring, compassionate, and competent. I always look forward to your speech. Thank you very much, ma'am. It is really rejuvenating and energizing. Next, I thank our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. T. Bala Subramanian, an academician and a well-renowned scientist with a passion for marine biology, and whose motivation and encouragement is absolutely as essential for us as a cup of refreshing coffee amidst a hard day's work. Thank you, sir. Then I thank our dear Registrar, Mrs. S. Jayendra Saraswati, whose able administration and leadership has supported us as a ladder to reach the pole of success. Thank you, ma'am. Then I wish to thank our Dean, Dr. K. Pichai Balashanmugam, who has been a pillar of support and catalyst who always inspires us to do our best. Thank you, sir. I will be failing in my duty if I don't thank our beloved Vice Principal, Dr. R. Arun Kumar, for his solid support. Sir, it is your appreciation and encouraging words that enthuse us in all our efforts and keeps us going even when the going gets tough. Thank you, sir. I thank all faculty and colleagues who are present here and who have contributed to the success of our institute. I also thank all the dear students who have worked for this inaugural function. With profound reverence and love, I thank all the parents present here for choosing CHRI to mold your children's formative years. True to our vision, we promise to offer transformative education to enable your children to become responsible, empathetic, and global citizens who contribute towards a sustainable future. I can never thank the support and admin staff enough, especially the infrastructure team, for providing this beautiful auditorium with all the facilities, the IT team for the technical support, housekeeping department, and the Chettinad security team. Thank you all. Dear students, never give up until you achieve your dreams and dream big for it as long as you can. Remember, success is only for those who work hard and run till the end. So all the best, dear students. God bless you all. Thank you.
I request you all to rise for the national anthem. Thank you. For the kind attention of students and parents, an interactive session is scheduled with the Vice Principal of CHRI, Professor Dr. R. Arun Kumar. I request students and parents to remain seated, and the session will commence soon.
Good afternoon. I'll see that I'll try to finish this session in about 30 minutes time. We have lunch, I think it's getting ready. And those who are hungry and especially parents, if they are diabetic and they want to have food, they can always go and, you need not feel like you are, amidst the session and you are leaving the hall. There is no formality in this session. Though I will want all the students to listen to what I am saying. Okay. See, I have different things that I would like to share with you. To start with academics. See, there are 3 core subjects that you will have in first year. Like we have been talking about it, you will have anatomy, physiology and biochemistry. And your first year exams will include only these 3 subjects. You will also have classes on community medicine right from first year. Though you will be writing only the exams for this community medicine in the 3rd year. You may have few practical sessions, you may have few theory sessions in community medicine, but then the exams you will write only in the 3rd year. Okay? And you may have early clinical exposure also, meaning that you may have the chance to visit the hospital and to interact with the patients, but we have not yet started how to streamline it because we have COVID risk right now existing in the hospital, so that may take little time. Okay? So the message is that 3 core subjects, 3 examinations you will have at the end of first year. You need to get ready for those exams. Okay? And exams will include both theory and practicals. Okay? The marks, you will have 2 theory papers and 1 practicals, and then you will have marks for internals and those things like that. Each paper you will write it for 100 marks. Okay? For example, if you take anatomy, you will write 2 theory papers each for 100 marks. And then the practical exam for 100 marks. And the remaining 100, overall it comes for 400 marks, you will have to score 50% of it. Okay? And the final 100 marks is meant for your internal assessment, meaning that we will conduct 4 or 5 internal assessment examinations and the average of that marks will get added to your final university examinations. So don't think that these internal assessments are not important for you, because you have the opportunities to score 100 marks in that. Okay? And practically if you want to get a pass in the university, each and every of these 100 you need to score minimum 50. Then only the aggregate will become 50 and you can have a comfortable pass. Okay? And we have been talking about how difficult or how tough it is here studying medicine, not alone here but in any institute. Okay? It is not to threaten or it is not to inculcate fear in your mind. Okay? Because we all know how tough it was to study. The books are unlike engineering. If you see engineering as a course, you will have 10 or 12 subjects in the first semester itself. But here I said you have only 3 core subjects, but the books are very vast. Okay, and you hardly have time. When I was a student, I used to study for 1.5 years. Now it is 1 year you need to complete the first year, and in this COVID, if you see, it will really be lasting for 10 months only. Okay, so every day I think you need to study. If you think that you have achieved something by entering a medical college, you are making a mistake. Okay. You need to come out of it. You are just, starting the race and you have 5.5 years to complete the race. Then only you will know whether you are successful or not. Okay, so you need to really put in the effort that you have given in your 12th standard. At least 2 times of the effort you need to give in. Okay, not to get distinction but to pass. Okay, and passing medicine is tough. Last convocation we had it, 150 students joined in their batch, only 98 received the degree. Meaning that about 30 to 35% of students, they failed and they are, behind the schedule. Okay, so you need to understand the seriousness of studying medicine. Okay, only for those students who put in hard work, it's going to be easy. Otherwise, it's going to be tough and real tough. Okay, attendance is important. If you don't have attendance, okay, you cannot appear for exams. You need to have minimum 80% attendance to become eligible to appear for exams. You have 75%, you will not have the permission to appear for exams. You have 50%, 60%, no, nothing doing. Okay, we will give you some opportunity in case for genuine reasons. If you have 2 or 3 or 5%, if you are lacking in the attendance, we will give you compensatory class. Maybe in the evening we will ask you to attend classes, or whenever you are free, we may ask you to attend classes. But that kind of compensation can be happening only for about 5%. If you have only 20% attendance and you want to attend compensatory class to gain attendance, that's not practically possible. Okay, so I am again alerting you that attendance is very, very important. You don't have attendance, you cannot appear for exams. Okay, minimum 80% attendance you need to score. And similarly, internal assessment examinations, 4 or 5 they will conduct. You need to secure minimum 50%. Okay, if you are scoring only 40%, you cannot appear for exams, because that's the bare minimum that you need to score to become eligible to appear for examinations. Do you understand? Because why I am repeating this 2 or 3 times is that many students at the end of it will come and represent to me, to Rajila ma'am or Sumati ma'am or Sanjay sir. Sir, எனக்கு 5% தான் சார் பத்தல போட்டுடுங்க sir. Nothing doing, because everything is online here. Everything is recorded. Your attendance is recorded every day. At the end of it, you come and ask to change the attendance. It's not possible. Okay? Even for medical reasons, you need to take that leave for that 20% only. Medical reasons, some people will come and represent, sir, I had a fracture, I had to be operated, I was in a leave for 1 month or 2 months, you give attendance to me. No, nothing doing. For any reason, if you are absent, it is considered only as leave, and that can be taken to the 20% that we give as an allowance. Okay, you cannot insist that you need to be given attendance for some reason. Okay, we never give attendance. If you are absent, either it is an authorized leave or unauthorized leave, that's all. Okay, we don't differentiate, we don't discriminate leaves. It's a leave. It goes with the 20% that you are otherwise allowed to take. Okay. There are library hours in case, I mean, in extreme situations, if you are having lack of attendance for 2 or 3% or 5%, we check the library, and in case, every place you are going for academics, you will have to give a biometric attendance. Okay, we check it, and if see some students, they have got, weekly 3 or 4 hours, they were in the library, they were spending time in the library studying. If we come to know about it, then we will give you, some allowance in the attendance, maybe to the extent of 5%, not beyond that. Okay, and we have a skills lab, skills lab, it's a simulation lab where, the work that you will be doing in the clinic, you will do it with artificial or, the mannequins or, the materials or the molded materials, we will have it. So you will have chance to see, those things. I suggest you to get permission from the first year departments, and in fact, they will also take you to the skills lab or simulation lab. Okay, you have to focus more on that part of the academics also, because in this COVID, we are, going towards the simulations and, online portals and, artificial intelligence giving you some education. Those things we are moving only to safeguard your health. Otherwise, every one of us going to hospital and then seeing patients, we may get COVID. Okay, so not that we should not be seeing COVID patients, but we need to take care of that part also. Okay, that's why we will be moving towards skills lab and libraries and the online mode of teaching. And what we have planned for you is that the theory class we are planning only in online. Okay, so you will have hostel students and you will have day scholars. Theory classes are handled on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays. On these 3 days, hostel students can remain in the hostel and day scholars can remain in their residences, and they can attend the theory classes in the online mode. Okay, there is Microsoft Teams. Okay, we have got account in it. Okay, and we have circulated a WhatsApp message or a SMS or email already to all of you. Those who have got mobiles would have known about it by this time. I request all of you to register your email IDs in it. Okay, and in those email IDs you will receive an invitation mail asking you to register in this Google team, and only those students who are registering in that, you will have permission to attend online classes. Tomorrow you will have orientation classes organized by our 3 departments. Okay, so you need not come here, and you can stay put in your places, and you can log in, and then in case if you have difficulties, you can contact our LMS department headed by Mr. Satish Bachu. Okay, again repeat it. All of you were sent a mail link consisting of a Google form. You need to fill in some details in it, including your email IDs. Those email IDs, we will send you invitations for registering in Microsoft Teams, and we will engage you theory classes in the Microsoft Teams. You have any difficulty, you can contact our Dean's office or LMS, Learning Management System, or IT department. Okay, and the practicals we are handling in small groups. The other days, for example, Mondays, Wednesdays, and then Fridays, you will have practicals. All 250 students will have to report to the campus, but then we will divide you into small batches of 40 each. Okay, we will make sure that in no point you have about more than 50 students in an academic activity. Why? It is because we want to, take precautions against, COVID. Okay. In case if you have any health problems like cough, cold, respiratory problems, you can always report to us. Okay. Whatever treatment is needed, whatever testing is needed, we will organize for it. Okay. You need not be afraid of it. Why? I mean, what if I become positive for it? What will happen to my classes? We'll take care of all those things. In case if any of you have got some problems, we'll organize even special classes. Okay. So you need not be afraid of getting some infections or illness. Everybody is supposed to have infections. In a year, if you are living, I think we need to have some health problems and we need to handle it. Okay, on merit. And so I again repeat, practical classes alone, you need to report to the campus like Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays. Multiple small batches. The batches are already divided and you will receive a mail which batch you belong to, and it is also pasted in our notice board. In case if you want, you can refer to it. Okay. And the theory classes you need not report to the college. Only in online platform that will be handled. Time being, we are deciding in that way based on how safe it is to assemble all 250 of you in a single lecture hall, whether to take theory classes or not. We will take decisions time and again. We will revise. We will relook at it, how we decide. Right now, maybe every 10 days or every 15 days, if there is a change in the strategy, we will let you know. Okay. And please remember, how many opportunities you will have to write the first year examinations. It is only 4 opportunities. We have few students who are writing the first year examinations for the 6th time, 7th time, 8th time and all. The old regulations was, it was permitting us to hold the examinations any number of times, but not anymore. Okay, the NMC guidelines is insisting that an opportunity given to a student is only for 4 times in the first year. If a student is not able to clear it in 4 attempts, then he will be discharged from the academics. He has to go back and then, maybe he has to choose some other course and then study it after, 2 or 3 years. Okay, so you need to be very, very careful, especially, first year, 10 months only, huge subjects, very tough subjects. So from day one, unless you focus, I think it's very tough to get a pass. We are only talking about getting a pass, not scoring high marks. Okay, so please have all these points in your mind. Okay. And textbooks, of course, the departments will be recommending you what textbooks you need to go through to, study for exams. They will also recommend few of the reference books. Okay. And I mean, these books are little costly, but our library usually in a week's time, they will organize, stalls. I mean, we will have vendors coming here and they will display the books and you can buy it with some good reductions. You go on, I mean, at least 20 or 30% offer you will have it in case if you buy it from the vendors who are, giving the stalls in our campus. Okay. But never mind, I mean, if you want to buy it from outside also, you can buy, but then it will be at a little higher cost. Okay. And attendance is biometric. And again, in online theory classes, based on your login, I mean, if you have given a email ID in that, using that email ID, if you log in, you will have attendance. If you're using a different email ID and trying to log in, even if you're attending it, you will not have attendance. Okay. And when you come for practicals, it is biometric attendance. Today afternoon, I think we have 3 lecture halls. I think lecture hall 2, demo hall 11 and demo hall 12. 3 lecture halls we have organized registration of your biometric, fingerprints. And when you come for a practical class or even for a theory class inside the campus, you need to give attendance in the biometric for every class. Okay. There is no way you can, what should I say, give a proxy. I mean, people are inventing. I mean, they are using some Fevicol material and then trying to give a proxy attendance for their friends, but then our system is so robust that it can find out and we are penalizing them and we are punishing them who are giving proxy for their friends. So please do not do or engage in such acts. Okay. I mean if you try, you can beat any system in the world, but then that's not the objective here. We are here to learn, and every day you are paying thousands of rupees to learn. Your fees, I mean, if you divide it by 365 and then you calculate the amount, that much amount you are paying to get educated in this campus, and every hour you are spending thousands of rupees. Okay. So please do not use proxy attendance or other means, to bypass or to break the system. Okay. And I again repeat, you need to register your fingerprints in the biometric system today afternoon. I am sure that the entire group is divided into 3 batches based on the color-coded visiting pass that you are already having it. Okay. So those people who are having, serial number 1 to 100, they can go to lecture hall 2 to give their fingerprints. From 101 to 175 to demo hall 11, they can go and do the registration. The remaining people can go to demo hall 12. It is all there in the college block. And similarly for fees to facilitate, to pay the transport fee or hostel fee or whatever it is, lecture hall 1 and 3, we have our teams ready, and after lunch if you could go there, you can finish the formalities. In case if you miss few of these activities, you can always come back. Whenever you are coming here, you can do it. You can get online assistance with our LMS team, Satish Bachu. Okay, so this is what I think with regard to academics I would like to share. And people have already told that there is a LMS portal, Learning Management System portal, in which all our lecture classes will be uploaded, and you need to get access to log in, and those details again will be shared with you by our LMS team. Okay, the contact detail you can get it from them. It is Satish Bachu, who is our IT department head. Okay, he will facilitate for that. And dress code, though I do not want to talk about dress code, this I think campus runs with the uniforms for the students. Dental students have a different uniform, allied health sciences different uniform, nursing students always white and white. Okay, and medicos have got a different, and especially first years will have a different uniform compared to second, third, fourth year students. First year students, because why? We want to prevent ragging. Okay, so you need to come only in uniform, but I think it will take about a week's time to distribute the uniforms, and once it is distributed, we will want you to come only in the uniforms. You don't come in uniform, then you will be punished. I mean, punishment though, it gives you some different meaning, but then we will just call you and then warn you. Okay, and if we see that you are a repeated offender, or you are purposefully engaging in an act of not coming in the uniform, then we will initiate disciplinary action against those students who purposefully indulge in such activities. Okay, until then I think you can come in any formal dress, but not sleeveless or leggings, those things, or jeans or t-shirt, absolutely. And we see somebody who is in, please remember that the dress that you are wearing should be comfortable to the patients. You cannot imagine a doctor who is in a jeans and t-shirt in a clinic and then seeing a patient. You think that the doctor will deserve any respect from the patient? Absolutely not. So you need to, be pleasant. You need to be comfortable for the patient, not for yourself. Okay, so please have that in your mind, and then come in an attire which is pleasing and comfortable, and never a jeans and t-shirt or a sleeveless or a legging. Okay, I hope this reaches every one of you. And COVID safety protocols, if you see here, this auditorium has got 1,400 seated capacity, but then we are running this program only with 750. Why? Because we know that we are not fully out of this COVID danger. Okay, so inside the campus you need to wear mask, preferably N95 mask. And in case you want to be very, very sure that you are not getting, then you can wear a 3-layer mask over and above the N95 mask. Okay, you can also use a face shield in case if you want, or you can use a gloves. And we are placing sanitizer everywhere. And if you want, you can bring in your own, personal sanitizer or drinking water. Okay, so those things I think you need to take care of it, because being in a healthcare domain, you need to set an example for others. Okay, and we are very strict in that. I think if we see somebody who is not without a mask, and who are not maintaining social distancing, I think we again call them and then we warn them. Okay, it is not only for students, even for faculty it is very strict. Our support team, it is very strict. You can see anybody in the campus, they will be only with this protective, personal protective equipment. Okay, it is to safeguard you and everybody in the campus. I hope you will understand that and you will follow all the safety protocols. Okay, and ragging, I beg to differ with the viewpoints of some of our seniors. They have told that some seniors may just try to interact with you by talking to you, or trying to understand from where you are, those things and all. Even that is called ragging. Okay, if I am a senior and if I call a junior and then ask what is your name, it is ragging. Okay, so you need not tolerate anything. If you feel that something is uncomfortable to you, it is ragging. You can straight away report to me. You can straight away report to Rajila ma'am, Sanjay sir, Sumati ma'am, registrar, vice chancellor. Everybody is accessible to you. Okay, what is ragging? If a senior is trying to talk to you, it is ragging. That's all. You need not go into the motive of it. You need not personally judge whether it is hurting you or not. It is very strict, and if that senior is found to be engaging in such act, we will be suspending the seniors immediately. No inquiry. Okay. So you have to be feeling safe while you are traveling, while you are in the campus, while you are in the food court, or you are in hostel or wherever. You need to feel very comfortable, and you need not be afraid of anything or anybody. Whoever the senior is, how powerful the senior is, if he is going to engage in an act of ragging, he will be suspended. In fact, we will be filing a police complaint against that senior. And my next request is that there is a requirement as a first year student you need to fulfill. There is a UGC portal. UGC is University Grants Commission. The portal is antiragging.in. Okay, all the 250 students have to log in that. Okay, you need to register with your email ID, and once you register it, you will have an undertaking sent to your email ID and your parents' email ID. So you have to get that printout of it, sign it, and then submit it to Dean's office in 10 days time. And your parents also should take that printout and then submit it to Dean's office. I hope I am making it very clear. Antiragging.in, it is a portal run by Government of India, University Grants Commission. All first year students have to register in that portal. Okay, and once you register, you will give some basic details, and in that registered email ID, you will have an undertaking in your name printed on it. You need to take a printout of it, sign it, and then give it to Dean's office. And similarly, the same undertaking will go to your parents also, because you are giving the parents' email ID also in it. Your parent also should take a printout and then give it to Dean's office. This is a very, very important requirement. We need to send it to Government of India that all our 250 students have completed this anti-ragging, undertaking. Okay, this is not for the first year students. We have already done it for the other students. Even when you become a senior, you need to be aware of it that you cannot engage in such, activities. Okay, and with regard to hostel, for ladies hostel, I think we have a warden, Shaila. She is very strict. Okay, and I can vouch for it that many of you may not like the way that she is running a hostel, because that's what we want her to do. It is not that she is running the hostel very strict and very tough. It is what the management wants her to be running the hostel, because it's very difficult to run hostels nowadays, and hence I think you need to extend your full cooperation to the wardens. Okay, and only up to 6 o'clock you can go out. Even if you go out, the college runs till 4 o'clock, and after that you have 2 hours. Okay, 6 o'clock you need to enter the hostel. For girls, for boys, I think it is 8 to or 8:30. We give some more allowance. You don't go it within the time, then you will not be permitted entry into the hostel. Your parents will be informed, and only after confirmation we will let you inside the hostel. If we are seeing that repeatedly you are coming late, then we will not allow you to stay in the hostel. You need to look for a place outside, and we'll be very strict in it. Okay, and you need to give attendance by visiting the hostel warden 2 times in the day. Morning 7 o'clock, and I think evening before 9 o'clock. You need to go to the warden's room, and then you need to give attendance. Okay, you don't give it, then again you will. If it is once in a while, it is okay. Otherwise, again, we will not allow you to stay in the hostel. You need to look for an accommodation outside. Okay, and again, see, hostel students, visiting their parents, weekly once, weekly twice, and all, we don't encourage, because again, COVID risk only. You are using a public transport, and you are going here and there, and there is a possibility you may get COVID. Okay, and once a hostel mate gets COVID, then the entire hostel is under risk. We need to answer several government agencies why somebody is getting infection, what precaution we are doing, and all. So we don't encourage hostel students to travel every day, or once in a while it is okay, but not too many times. Okay, and every time you go home and then come back, you need to bring in with COVID negative report. Weekly 3 times you go home, 3 times you need to do COVID test, and then you need to report with the negative report. There is no flexibility in it. It is not debatable. It is not discussed. It is what is the rule. If you want to stay in the hostel, you have to follow the hostel rules. Otherwise, you have to stay outside only. Okay. And the same is for boys also, though we give little more time for them to report to the hostel. Okay. Our hostel food is, I will say that it is pretty good. But many students, they try to order food in the Swiggy and Zomato, and it comes in the night time, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. We have seen students ordering food early morning, 1 o'clock. We don't permit those people to come and deliver the food or goods inside the hostel and all. They'll be stopped in a distant place, and if at all you want to have things delivered, maybe in Amazon or maybe whatever it is, okay, Flipkart, everything will be blocked at a very distant site, and then you need to go there and do it. Beyond 9 o'clock, we don't encourage you to do such activities. Okay, it is again to safeguard your interest only we are doing all those things. Okay, and we have seen students coming in car, bike, and then all fancy this one, but then we have also seen those students going in odd hours and getting accidents. 2 days before, there is a house surgeon going in a bike, and he met with an accident. He is in ICU now. So we want the parents not to give, it is always better to go in college bus, and the hostel is very nearby. You can walk and then come here. There is no need for bike or car inside the campus. So please do not give those items, and because it is at risk it comes. Okay, you should be ready to take that risk in case if you are supporting them with all high-end bikes and cars, and even I won't encourage you to give high-end mobiles also. Okay, so please take care of it. I mean, we can be very, very careful in driving the bike, but it is not about how safe or how good we are in driving. It's about the other party who is coming in the bike should also be driving with some sense. Sensibly he should be driving, and we cannot guarantee that everybody who is driving in the roads, they are good and they are safe. And especially being a student, your parents will question us. You are a hostel student, you go at 6 o'clock in a bike and then you meet with an accident, then it is ultimately we are the guardians. We need to protect you as long as you are staying in the hostel. So we encourage you not to give any such motor vehicles or high-end gadgets and all. Absolutely you try to avoid. Okay, and in case if you want to refer your academic calendar, in case if you want to refer to your handbook, it is all there available in the website, and you can go, it's electronically distributed, you can access it and you can refer to it. And 5 internal assessment exams, unless you score 50%, you will not appear for university examination. Time and again I am saying. Why? Because at the end of it, nobody should come to me and ask for, sir, only 2 marks, sir, please permit him. He will score distinction in the university exam, nothing doing. Even if it is 1%, if you are lacking, only 1 mark if you are lacking, we cannot permit you. 1% attendance if you are lacking, we cannot permit you to appear for university examination. Even if it is for a medical reason, we are not going to permit. Okay, that strict I think we are in this campus with regard to student discipline and then internal assessment and then attendance. And finally, I think though I will always want not to talk about these things, the present scenario makes me to talk about everything. Okay, substance abuse. Maybe it is alcoholic beverages or some other substances which are prohibited inside the campus. Okay, maybe a cigarette or maybe whatever it is. I hope all of you are adults and you know what I mean when I say that substance abuse, maybe a tobacco, maybe pan paraga, maybe whatever it is. Okay, if we see those substances inside the hostel in a room, okay, people who are staying in the room will be vacated from the hostel. There is no discussion on it. I mean, there are 3 people staying in a hostel room, only 1 person is indulging in such an act. Okay, we may not be knowing who is that 1 person who is doing these things. So all the 3 will be vacated. There is no discussion on it. We will not be trying to prove that this is the individual who has done it, or these are the 3 people who are going to this part, the disciplinary part. There is no discussion. If you feel that it is tough, then you can always stay outside. We are not actually insisting that people should stay in the hostel. If you decide to stay in the hostel, then you need to follow the rules. Okay, you may be a day scholar, and sometimes when we check the bags and if we see some of the substances which are prohibited to be used inside the campus and we see it in your bag, then you will be suspended. Okay, so with regard to discipline, I think we are not open for discussion. We are not open to prove that what we have found out is absolutely right. Okay, we want to be very strict, and even if you feel uncomfortable by hearing these statements, we want to be like that. Okay, so please be aware of all these things and please cooperate. It is not for us we are saying all these things, and we have seen some very bad incidences in the past, and believe me that our campus is very strict with regard to discipline. You can take any private medical college or government medical college, which you can even compare it with Jipmer or AIMS or Ramachandra or any campus, and we can say that we are very strong in it. Okay, and we will never be flexible with regard to discipline, and please do not come to us. We see a mobile phone inside your bag when you are attending a theory class. That mobile phone will be confiscated, will be given to you only after 5.5 years. We do not want your parents the next day to come and represent to me, sir, ஒரே ஒரு தடவை தான் சார், அந்த ஃபோனில் வந்து பேங்க் டீட்டெயில் இருக்குது சார், OTP இருக்குது சார், பின் நம்பர் இருக்குது சார், கொடுங்க சார். நத்திங் டூயிங். சிம் கார்டை வேணால் திரும்ப கொடுப்போம், செல்ஃபோன் கண்டிப்பாக கொடுக்கவே மாட்டோம். ஏன்னா கிளாஸ் எடுக்கிறப்ப எல்லா ஃபோனை வச்சு கேம்ஸ் விளையாடுறாங்க, அவங்களுக்கு ஃபோன் கால்ஸ் வருது. Okay, see, whatever rules that we have formed is based on our experience. We have learnt and then we are insisting and imposing, and these things are not open for discussion at all. Okay, let us have some very frank opinion on it. Okay, so these are the points I think, and there is something which is why we are again insisting that you need to have a pass in your first attempt itself. Okay, the exam pattern is slightly different this time. Originally, if you see you fail in the exam in the first year, you will have an opportunity after 6 months, you will form a separate break batch. 250 students are here, 50 students fail, assuming that, though I do not want it to happen, those 50 students in the old regulation will form a separate batch. They will miss the main batch. But this time what we are doing is that they will be given an opportunity in 2 months' time. If they clear the exams, they will go and join the main batch. But the next opportunity is only after 1 year. Okay, so you have to really make sure that you are passing it. Even if you are not passing it in 2 months' time, you will have another opportunity. Please pass that. Otherwise, 1 year you will go behind your main batch. Okay, and every subject you fail and you go for a break, there is a break fees also. For example, 5.5 years you need to complete the course. If you are studying for 10 years, you need to pay how many subjects you failed, how many breaks you have undergone. We will calculate it and we will impose a break fee also, because we will be doing additional classes for those students. Okay, so we wish nobody should fail in the exams. We wish nobody should, go for a break in the exam, curriculum. We wish all of you to finish the course in 5.5 years. Okay, with that note, I think I would want to conclude this sort of a slight small orientation. In case if you have any doubts on it, you can ask me. We'll have about 5 minutes. If any parent or student is having some doubt on it, we will discuss. You can raise your hand in case if you want to have any clarity on the things that I have shared with you. No hands. So there is a parent. Sir, please come forward, sir. Yeah, absolutely. Sir, I was told it is Microsoft Team. Mail, Google Form. Today only we have sent, today morning we have sent a mail to all the students distributing a Google Form to register. Hopefully, if you have not received it, we will send you again. Yeah. See, what I have told is that for practical classes, there is no need for laptops. Though you are allowed to bring in the laptops. But there is no need for laptop when you are in the campus, because the practical classes, there is no need for laptops. Theory classes, yes, you do need it. But then theory classes are conducted online only. You need not come here to attend a theory class right now. But nevertheless, you can bring in laptops. Any other doubts? Sir, we have buses actually. In different routes we are running buses, and you can be in touch with, I think there are 2 people, one is Murali and then the other one is Satish. They are in the E block. They are in charge of transport department. You can be in touch with them to understand what is the fees, or what are the other formalities. You want to have the contact details of the Satish and Murali? College timing is 8:30 to 4, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
The same thing we are not getting the Microsoft Teams links at all.
No, that link we have not sent. We have not sent that link. Actually, we have asked you to register in a Google form wherein you have to share your email ID.
To whom? Dean's mail ID?
When you submit it in the Google form, we will receive it.
Dean's
have sent it to the students' email IDs.
Okay, for Dean's mail ID, I need to send?
No, it is a Google form, sir. When you complete it, it'll ask to submit. If you submit it, we get the details.
Okay.
You need not send it to Dean's email ID.
Okay.
You need to open the link and feed in the details and then submit it. We will receive it. And the next step is that we will send the link for registration of Microsoft Teams.
Okay.
Sir, we have to give that Microsoft Teams mail ID. We have to create it for the class.
No, if the student is already having an email ID, that email ID itself is enough.
Maybe any Gmail or any other.
Yeah, anything is okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So, what about the hostel joining, sir? Today itself?
Yeah, you can join, sir.
Today itself.
The fees, in case if somebody wants to pay the hostel fee or transport fee, you can go to lecture hall 1 and 3 after lunch. Okay. And for biometric registration, first 100 people, those people who are having the visitor pass running from 1 to 100 to lecture hall 2 and then demo hall 11 and finally demo hall 12. Yes, madam. Yes, ma'am.
2 months, and under the new national commission, it has been declared as 2 months is the break period. And
We don't call it a break period, ma'am. There is no break according to NMC.
Yes.
For example, my first appearance is next year. I mean, after 1 year, I am appearing for, that is my first appearance. After 2 months, I am giving a second attempt. It's a second appearance. If I fail in it, then after 1 more year, I will have my third opportunity. And from 2 months on, from that, you will have the fourth opportunity. So you will have 2 main examinations and 2 supplementary examinations conducted within 2 months of your main examination. If somebody is failing in these 4 attempts, then they'll be discharged.
Yes.
They can sit for first year exams only for 4 times.
Sam means to say that unless we complete the first year, we cannot go to the second year, and the second year completion, we cannot go to the third year.
Yes.
So in every year, there is a break.
Well, this break, if you clear it in 2 months' time, then there is no break because you go back to the main batch and then join. We don't call it a break. I mean, only if you fail in the supplementary exam, the break really comes.
I hope that no one fails. But anyway, this is the question I need to ask.
But anyway, it is very important because, let us have some clarity on it. Sir, we are taking little time. I mean, even usually we distribute it on the same day only, but because of this COVID, every consignment is getting delayed. So hopefully in a week's time, we should be able to distribute. Yes, sir, we request.
Sir, what about the ID card, access card?
Today afternoon, they are doing the biometric, and hopefully in a day or two, they will distribute a temporary ID card. And then the permanent ID card will be distributed. Again, our LMS department will be doing that. We'll keep you informed on all those things.
Okay. Sir, when are you planning to have the bookstall recently, sir, or shortly?
Again, a week's time, sir. Please give us.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, sir. Tomorrow you will have online classes. That's why I'm saying that the link or you need that Google form. You need to complete it so that our LMS will send you the registration link for Microsoft Teams. Tomorrow morning, the 3 departments will give you a form of orientation. 8:30 to 4, you will have classes. I don't really call it a class, sort of a orientation session. I think if there are no more questions, I thank every one of you for patient. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I just want to understand, will there be any dashboard for a parent in terms of the attendance or marks or activities that would
Communications.
happen? Yeah, communication
Absolutely.
or a dashboard to a parent, actually what's happening with the student.
Sir, I think if a student is absent for a class, the parent will receive a message. For example, a student is here for a practical class, he need to give a biometric punch. If he is not giving it, the parent will, or whatever number that you are giving, that message you will receive a SMS. And your academic progress, for example, I was telling that you will have 5 internal assessment mark or whatever it is. Every internal assessment mark will be distributed, will be sent by mail to the mail ID that you are giving it. I will give you some problems in it. The phone numbers that you are giving, the email IDs that you are giving are very, very important. Many times, or sometimes the parents will come and represent, sir, mail message when we investigate, we see that the message is going to the student only. The student is intelligently giving only his number and email ID. The parent is not receiving at all. So I suggest, whenever you are giving the details now, you give, whatever information you want to receive, you give your phone number and then email ID. Definitely we'll be keeping you posted on the academic progress, the marks that they are scoring, the attendance that they are having it every quarter. We will be distributing those details. And anytime you can also walk in and you can contact us, we will also let you know.
2 things.
Yes, sir.
One is regarding the practicals, when will they start?
I
And
think
second thing is, can we get the LML contact details?
Sir, I'm sorry. First question I've got.
Yeah, no,
The practicals will start, let's say, from Friday onwards. Sanjay?
Okay. And
Tomorrow you will
regarding-
have orientation online mode.
And regarding the online contact person for the email link and all that, whom do we contact?
Sir, that link is already sent to the email ID of the students.
Okay, in case we don't get it, whom
You
to
can contact the dean's office.
Fine.
3321 is the extension. 4741 3321.
Fine. Thank you.
Yeah. We will organize, madam. Every quarter we will have a parent-teachers meeting. First year departments will organize, and there is a mentor-mentee group also. 250 students, maybe every 10 or every 20 students will have a mentor. Okay, and they will also be in touch with the parents.
So one question. This is not very desirable to ask this right now. But in case where student is the 50% and he's writing a supplementary in 2 months, and then he clears, he joins back the main batch. But what about the time loss in terms of the 2 months? The batch would have progressed. So how does he catch that up?
Sir, that's the limitation of this system. The student who is joining the main batch after 2 months, assuming that he is not successful in the first attempt, and in 2 months' time he is passing and he is going back to the main batch. So that 1 or 2 months will be a lacuna for them, but then we will give a special class for them. Whatever syllabus that was lost in that 1 or 2 months, we will give them special classes so that they gain something out of it.
As you told, due to COVID, the 1 year session will be cut down to 10 months. So, how long? When will the next academic year start, and when are we supposed to pay the fees?
So this 10 months is hypothetical. According to NMC, it is 1 year. But NMC will also give us some guidelines on it, and based on that, we guess maybe in 10 to 11 months' time we can conduct the exams. It is only a guesswork right now we are making it. So NMC is giving us guidelines time and again. So they will give us an examination window time, and that time only we will conduct the exams. And the second one that you are asking is that with regard to fees, the overall fees has to be paid in 5 installments. That actually, starts, if it has started in January, then every January you need to pay. Irrespective of whether the student is successful in the exams or not. Irrespective of whether the student is appearing for the exams or not. I again clarify on it. The entire fees of the MBBS course is so much, and that is divided into 5 installments. And the first installment is paid, let us assume that it is in January or December, whatever it is. Okay, that 1 year, whenever it is going to be over, the next installment has to be paid. We'll give you time. We'll inform you well ahead of that one, to pay and all, and so that's what it is.
Hi, sir. Over here.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
See, regarding this COVID limitation,
yes, ma'am.
You have made it as 3 practical classes and 3 theory. See, looking at it, if we are really going to prevent them as, space it, 3 together and 3 separately would be better. In the sense, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they have theory. And I'm sure you have scheduled it. But the reason I'm saying is that so-called quarantine or social distancing or things work better if they are clubbed together rather than kept in intervals. Just a suggestion.
We'll think about it. I understand your point, madam. We'll think about it. Anyway, this is going to be revisited every 10 days, 15 days. And based on the feedback from the students and the faculty, we are always open to revise it for the betterment of safety, implementation of safety protocols. We'll consider it. But right now we have decided it in this way. After 10 days, we'll again revisit and then we'll get your opinion. It is already noted.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hi, sir, over here.
Yeah.
So 3 questions, actually, 3 queries. One, is the university providing the students a personalized email, or will they be using their personal email?
Right now we are not thinking about it, sir. But anyway, the point is noted. I will discuss and then I will get back to you.
Okay, that's the first. Second, I think a lot of people have the same query. They've been saying that they haven't received the Google form. We have also not received it. I think a lot of people are repeatedly.
No, may I ask feedback from the audience? How many of you have received the Google form? Yeah, I know. It's about a couple of hours ago only we have sent. So probably if you check it, you will have it. We hope and we wish. But again,
no, sir, I think if it's
depends on
possible,
NMC what they are going to say.
I think if it's possible, just run it through because we haven't received it. It would be good. Third, when the students are going for practical labs, like practical lab sessions and all, you were mentioning that mobile phones are not allowed. So that is like they can't even carry that when they're going for the premises, or they should keep it back in the hostel.
There is they can keep it in the hostel, but in the entry there is a security. I mean, we have given lockers to keep the cell phones. So when they are entering the college block, they can always give the mobile phones and get a coupon. And when they go out by 4 o'clock in the evening, they can get their mobile phones back.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sir, I have one more doubt.
Yes, sir.
What about the vaccination drive for the students? Anything is planned?
Sir, I think, see, right now the government institutes are given priority. We are supposed to receive 100 vaccine doses. Our hospital, which I think we are yet to receive. And right now the priority is for frontline workers like, doctors, nurses, technicians, housekeeping staff. They are given priority. And we have a staff strength of about, let's say 1,500 or 2,000. And what we are given is only 100 doses. Right now it is not open in the market also. Maybe down the line in 2 to 3 weeks time it will be available in the market because the price is subsidized. The vaccine that is given now is free of cost to the frontline people. If you want to pay and then get the vaccine also, it is not available. We hope that will be available in 2 to 3 weeks time. At that time it will be available in our campus also and we will vaccinate you for COVID. Presently I understand even we are not vaccinated yet. We hope whenever there is an opportunity we will try to vaccinate all the students with a consent, because right now it is not a full approval and full marketing of the vaccine. It is under research mode only the vaccine is distributed. So everybody has to give a consent to get vaccinated. Okay, we are addressing it, sir. Maybe it will take about 2 to 3 weeks time to get clarity on it. The moment it is available in the market, we will be also making them available and any student can get vaccinated.
Sir,
Good afternoon.
the materials and the books can be downloaded from the online portal or PDF, or we can buy
In
a
the
book?
LMS, in the LMS, whatever material is available, you can download it.
Okay.
But the books, copyrighted books and all, you cannot download. That's not available in our database also.
Okay.
That when you buy a hard copy of the book, sometimes they give you in a CD or a downloadable PDF version, you can download it.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Sir, how often parent can visit the hostel?
Any number of times you can visit, sir. But then please be careful. Like, this is a COVID situation. Everybody.
Not now. In general, I am asking.
Generally, any number of times you can visit. But then, ladies' hostel before 6 o'clock, you should visit.
Okay.
Boys' hostel before 8 or before 7, you should visit. And if you want to take them out, you need to get a prior permission. Sometimes, we are saying 6 o'clock, you need to come back. But it may take little time. In that case, you need to send a mail asking permission to take your daughter till 9 o'clock or till 10 o'clock in the night, You have to keep us informed and then get permission and then you can take them.
Okay, when we come to see the next time, should we bring the COVID-19 test parents?
I don't understand, sir. Can you repeat it?
Any negative test result, do you need?
For the student, it has to be.
No, for us, parents.
No, we are not insisting, sir.
Okay, what are the electronic device the student can use inside the hostel? iPad, iPhone?
Anything you can use.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sure, sir. The laptop only they need to listen the classes, or iPad is allowed?
iPad, you can listen to mobile phones, you can use it.
Okay. So
any gadget with which you are comfortable and you can access the lectures, you can, sir.
Okay. One more doubt I have, sir. Just now you have said that 5 years fees you have divided.
5 installments.
5 installments, okay.
Yeah.
There is a course, 4.5 years course fees only.
That 4.5 year course fee only. For convenience sake, we had divided into 5 installments.
5 installments.
5 installments.
4.5 years only we have to pay.
The entire course fee is for 4.5 years, but then we have divided it into 5 equal installments.
Okay, thank you.
For convenience and comfort. And there is one more point with regard to girls' hostel, is that in case if the students, for first year students alone, if they want to go home, either a parent or some of the guardians authorized by the parents should come and then take the girls. We are not going to send the girls alone, first year girls alone, to go home. If you have not authorized anybody, your daughter will not be permitted to go home. Point number 1. Point number 2, those people you have authorized, if they are not coming, somebody else is coming also, we will not let the girls to go home. There is no debate on it. You can go to the girls' hostel, there is a form, you need to give a photograph of the 2-3 people. If you think that they may come and visit your daughter, you have to give the photograph of all the 3 people and then you need to authorize there. And only those people, if they come, our wardens will permit the students to go out. I think if there are no questions, maybe I thank every one of you for patient listening and active interaction. The message is that we want to give you very conducive and friendly environment, but then you need to use it responsibly to become successful doctors. Okay. I thank every one of you for attending this program. And I wish all the students a very success future in the campus. And I thank Dr. Priyadarshini and team and the students, Mrinalini and the volunteers like Javed and all for facilitating to organize this function. Thank you very much. And I think you can go for lunch and then to the academic blog to facilitate the registration and then paying the fees. Okay. Thank you very much.